Hi, my beautiful Libras. Welcome to your May 2017 reading. I'm so happy we could meet together again. You truly bring me joy. So what's going on? Let's see. So I've been trying to tell everyone what's planets are in retrograde, but I seem to have gotten wrong information. I do know that Jupiter is in retrograde, and that is a chance for expansion. Pluto is in retrograde. Saturn is in retrograde. And let me see, I think I actually wrote it down. Okay. Yeah, so Jupiter is in retro, and that's about expansion. Pluto is about transformation, and Saturn being a retrograde, it's really about, well, it's about us being responsible. It's like the veil has been lifted, and it's like we're given the freedom to do whatever we want regarding responsibilities. But I also feel that when Saturn goes direct, it's about then answering for the decisions we made, you know, making sure that even though we have this feeling of maybe, I don't know, scooting our responsibilities, this is not the time. This is not the time because, I don't know, I feel like Saturn can, you know, can put us through hell if it wants. Okay, and Venus went direct. So I think in the Taurus' video, I think I said that Venus was in retro, but it's actually went direct in mid-April. And then the shadow period is usually, well, it should be just ending now. And you're ruled by Venus, so the energy should just be getting lighter and lighter for you too. Okay, guys, so we're going to do a little bit of a different reading. Well, like the other ones, if you're watching your sun and your moon. And by the way, this is for Libra, sun, moon, or rising, okay? Or any other planets you have in Libra. You know, if the messages fit, then it's for you. If they don't fit, don't try to make them. You know, because it doesn't benefit you. You know, if the message just doesn't fit, it just doesn't fit this month. You know, but usually you will find some type of message in here, because I feel like my spirit guides are very good in giving general messages to the masses. Like every reading I do, there's always a message in there for me. There's always something I take from it. So, you know, look at it that way, okay? Okay, guys. By the way, if you want a personal reading, all the information is below. And I also have a new link on there for my daughter who is really helping me out by offering readings for one question. Okay, so they're like 15 to 20 minutes long, you know, somewhere around there. And it's based on one question. And it has to be a focused question. You know what I mean? It can't be, well, I mean, you can ask whatever you want. But if you want a good reading, you know, make your question focused. I would definitely put your birthday and your birth month. You don't have to put your year unless you want to. Because it's much easier that way because, you know, let's say justice comes up. And we know that's you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's up to you, but that's how you get the best reading. Sometimes when you give very limited information, the reader spends most of the time like digging out the information that really doesn't mean anything, but more just to show you that picking up on your energy. So I feel like before you get a reading with anyone, any reader, you know, really trust them. Because if you limit your information because you know, you're not sure about the reader, you're testing the reader, you're only doing yourself a disservice. So, you know, find someone that you really trust and Let them know what's going on so they can get right to the answer for you, okay? Okay, guys, I know I already shuffled the heck out of these. So anyways, that's down below, and it's only $20, so she's doing that just to help me out a little bit. Okay. I'm just going to turn the cards around. So we have the Page of Fire, Page of Air, the Sun. Beautiful. I'm going to use this deck. Make sure you can see it. So right off the bat, some of you might be dealing with a Leo, with the Sun here and the Page of Fire. And we'll see why. High Priestess. Ten of Raphael, beautiful. Central issue, beautiful. Nine of Raphael, beautiful. And last but not least, love. Love, baby, love. Well, before I even go any further, I can see some of you are involved with the Leo. At least a fire sign. And I feel like, you know, your dream is to, like, this is your person. You know, like, you feel like you found your person. And this is about wanting this Ten of Raphael, wanting this happily ever after with your fire sign. I'm not feeling great about it. Sorry. I think that's why I just shut up. It's not that I don't feel like you know, I feel like this is what you want. This is what you're trying to bring to yourself. And, you know, chances are it's a Leo. Definitely fire, though. And I feel like, I don't know, I kind of feel like, I hate to say this, but I kind of feel like they're not interested. And I don't feel that that they're not interested in you. I feel that they're not interested in settling down at this point. And I also feel that if you would even ask them, that they would tell you this. Because with the Page of Air here, I feel like, you know, it's sometimes hearing things that we don't want to hear. It's the truth. But sometimes the truth is delivered to us in a, I don't know, kind of rude way. You know, kind of in a selfish way. Like, I don't feel like they're taking your thoughts into consideration. And that's just for a very few of you. But I wanted to put it out there, okay? And again, I do feel like you already, I feel like you kind of already know this, like within your intuition, you know this. Forgiving and learning. Yet, even though you know this, it feels to me like, you know, this is just your dream, is to have that happily ever after. You know, the white picket fence, the whole 9 yards. And, you know, it's not that you won't have your dream. I just don't feel like this is the person at this time. Again, I feel they care for you. They just don't want to settle down. They're not ready to settle down. And if someone's not ready to settle down, You know, it's like, you know, it's almost like the more you push them, the more they pull away. So that's that. Attraction. Calling in your soulmates. Okay, let me just readjust myself. You know, just real quick, I feel like the people I was just talking to, I feel like there is, I don't know, it just feels like there's plenty of reasons for you not to pursue this any further. And I really feel like you're pursuing it well. Listen, I want to tell you, hang on to your dream. Hang on to your dream. But if you're someone who wants this soon, and this is with a Leo, it's just not going to happen soon, if at all. Because what I feel is like you will, it's like you'll be like, you know, I don't know, I feel like they tell you in a way that kind of hurts your heart. And it feels like the final straw. Yet I feel like there's a need for you to really see it for what it truly is and not what you hope it to be. It's like, especially with attraction here, attraction is about staying in the present moment. You know, being in the present moment, it's the only way we can really see reality. You know, be part of reality is in the present moment. Listen, some of you have some of you have soulmates coming in. And, you know, sitting above the Nine of Raphael, well, the Nine of Raphael is about your dreams becoming your reality, right? Dreams becoming reality. So this is your dream. You want soulmate. Soulmate energy. You don't want a run-of-the-mill person anymore. You want soulmate energy. King of Fire. Jeez. Something going on with Leo this month because they are like coming through on a lot of different readings. If you're interested in Leo, definitely check out their video. I don't think I've done Aries or Sagittarius yet. For some of you, I feel like with this soulmate, of course, we have the King of Fire here, but it doesn't have to be a fire sign. It could just be the characteristics that the King of Fire carries, which is someone who, you know, someone who puts a lot of action behind their words. You know, so they don't tell you, you know, this is what I would like to do, this and that. They go after. They go after what it is they want. I feel like some of you have had visions of this person. Yeah, I definitely feel like some of you had visions of your soulmate, and you've been trying to manifest them into your life. King, queen, doesn't matter. Same sex, doesn't matter. I feel like you've been asking, you know, part of your affirmations, part of your request to the universe is to bring you someone who, excuse me, puts action behind their words. What I'm feeling is, for this particular group that I'm talking to, I feel like you've been dealing in the past with perhaps a few people who held back their emotions. You know, like just they held them back. Kind of like an earth sign. You know, with a lot of earth signs, it's like, you know, you got to crack that shell, man. Because once you crack the shell, that's where the love is at. That's where everything lies. But, you know, it's just hard to get through the shell. But, you know what? If anyone could, Libra, it's you. So anyway, I definitely feel like you guys, like you look at that, Knight of Air, like you've had this vision of your soulmate. You know, a vision, like I'm seeing the vision, and in the vision, it's like you have created this whole, it's like you created the life that you want, okay? So what you're doing now, which is kind of beautiful, is you are now, you know, with your affirmations, you're seeing it. You know, you aren't just, you know, like, okay, I want this. It's like you are starting to learn that I need to see it. I need to put it in action. Even if it's just through my vision, you know, I need to act like it's already here. Um, Three of Air. Three of Air. I mean, it's a Three Swords. Yet at the same time, I feel like this is leaving you. With the Knight of Air under it, I feel like, you know, I feel like you were sitting with a broken heart, but I feel like you're healing. And I feel like the healing process is like speeding up. You know, perhaps your first card is forgiving and learning. Perhaps you really looked at your part within relationships and, you know, you see the truth of the matter now. And it's like now you know what you want. And it's allowing you to heal. Do one more card in that. Page of Earth. Well, it's like you want someone who is, you know, I feel like you want someone who can stand on their own 2 feet, whose foundation is strong and stable, you know, financially. Their emotions are strong. And it feels like that's exactly what you get. Balance. That's perfect timing. You know, when balance comes up, Major Arcana, to me, it's telling us that this is all in perfect timing. So it's coming. And yes, you've been waiting. You've been waiting, but you've been waiting for a reason too. You know, you had to heal your heart. You had to really look at this. You had to look at your part in it. And you were looking at your part so you could heal that part of you and no longer repeat it. I feel like you're doing a great job. You know, it's like you have real clarity right now. Okay, let's do a couple cards up top. I already tell you your cards are going to want to fly out. So we have the Five of Water on top of Forgiving and Learning. And Five of Waters is a card where, again, we're not seeing things completely for what they are. You know, sometimes it's about things not turning out in our favor. You know, it's the card of crying over spilt milk. But we're crying over the spilt milk because we're not seeing the positive in it. You know, we're not seeing that when we do stop for a second and we truly look at things for reality, you know, the truth of a situation. You'll see what the positivity was in that, you know, because I feel the positivity is you've learned some lessons. You've learned some lessons, even though you had to go through this Five of Cups, you know, I feel like you definitely learned from it. And some of you, it could still mean that you haven't forgiven yourself, you know, or you're still holding on to resentment. And listen, you know, the longer you hold on to resentment, the longer you stay in the energy of the Five of Cups. Sometimes things just aren't meant to work out. Present moment, we have the Eight of Fire. So, again, this is things happening quickly. You know, it can be many things happening at one time, and that feeling of, oh, what is going on? You know, it's too much. Slow down. But listen, it's like the gate has been lifted and the horses are ready. You know, jump on board or step aside. Awakening. So it's funny because awakening is a temporary standstill. And with the Eight of Fire next to it, it's like, you know, I feel like this temporary standstill was so you could look at things from a different perspective, from all perspectives. Libra, I feel like you've been doing some real soul work. Like really working on yourself. I mean, evidently, just by looking at the cards alone. Because I feel this temporary standstill was very, very good for you. Even though I feel you wanted things to move faster, they just weren't meant to. You know, you were meant to take, it was almost like you were meant to go into the hermit stage. But when you come out, it's like, okay, now I can see everyone's perspective. Now I understand this situation from all avenues, not just my own. And then the Lovers. Beautiful. We might have some Geminis in the house. I feel for some of you, this is about your health. I feel some of you, your health is on the upswing. You know, I feel like you've been, like it might be, I don't know if it's depression. I feel like you, within the last couple months, I feel like you were put on a medication. And this medication feels like for nerves. Now, this could be like nerve damage, like diabetes, or it could literally just be your nerves were shot. And I do feel like the doctor put you on medication. But I feel like you are coming to I feel like it was a shock to your system, knowing that you had to go on medication now. And I feel like that alone help turn you around when it comes to your health. Like I feel like you started to get active. You started to exercise. This could very well be talking to some who have diabetes. Because I feel like you either have to be on the medication or you don't. You know, it's not like, let's say, a Valium for anxiety. I don't know. Do they still give Valium out? I don't even know. But let's, you know, a Valium is something you would take as needed. This is something I feel like you have to take on a regular schedule. But I do feel you're coming out of that. I feel like you will be taken off that medication through your own actions, by the way. So congratulations. Okay, so some of you have, well, calling in your soulmate. We have the Lovers, Gemini. Beautiful. So I love that I got the 3 on fire below the Lovers, because the 3 of fire to me is about being able, feeling comfortable now, making long-term plans, feeling safe in making long-term plans. Now, of course, that doesn't have to be Gemini, guys. You know, it could be air. Excuse me, I have a couple cards overboard. Went way under. Okay. The 10 of fire and the Magician. I feel like the 10 of fire is talking exactly about the health issues. You know, it's about your life being out of balance, or it was out of balance. I feel like you're getting a hold of it, though. And listen, many times it's stress-related when you get the 10 of fire. And we have the Magician on top of that. And I love the Magician on top of that with the Lovers on your soulmate. Because this is, again, you manifesting. Your affirmations being heard. You know, to me, this is about it now becoming your reality very soon. Okay, so for some of you, you are already with this Gemini. And you are questioning whether this was true love, whether this was soulmate love. And it is. I feel like the ones that I'm talking to now, it doesn't feel like you've been together very long. I mean, it feels like maybe 2 months, maybe 3. You know, because usually, you know, when I'm doing a reading, I like to get energy for approximately 3 months out. So that can certainly go back 3 months too, because that's what I feel like. I feel like 2 to 3 months, maybe, you've been together. And baby, it's your soulmate. It is your soulmate. So that was very specific. So if you're Gemini, or if you, well, you could be a Gemini watching too. So if you're a Gemini watching, then Libra is your soulmate. Vice versa. Okay, I want to do a card right on the Ten of Raphael. You know, the bottom line is Ten of Raphael is about the feeling of being blessed, you know, a feeling of knowing what you wanted in love has come true. The Wheel. Beautiful. You know, the Wheel is a time of positive change. For some of you, this could be talking about financially also. Or it could be talking about, excuse me, could be talking about some of you who have, I feel like you've been possibly looking at homes, houses, apartments, it doesn't matter. No, it feels like homes, because it feels like you're looking for a place, you're looking for a family home. And I feel like you've been looking for a little while. Yeah, definitely for a little while. But I feel like that perfect home is coming. It's coming to you. Especially the Nine of Raphael right beside it. And the Wheel. Ego. Ego is like the false sense of entrapment, you know. It reminds me of the Moon card, or it's watching our thoughts. It's making sure that our thoughts are staying positive and not negative. Because I do feel like you are manifesting. So it's like, now is the time to keep our thoughts very, very positive. You know, it's also about not focusing, or not being overly focused, I should say, on your material needs, but sitting on top of the Ten of Raphael, which is talking about this home. So, I just want to say, you know, make sure that you can afford, truly afford what you're buying. You know, don't be house poor, because I could see it happening. Don't be house poor. The Fool. Beautiful. So I feel like when the Fool pops up, this is like unexpected opportunities. This is something coming our way that we did not expect. And we have to make a decision. You know, we have to make a decision of, well, I feel, you know, with the Dreamer or the Fool, it's like there's just a little bit of fear. But I feel like you should jump right over it. And the World. Oh my God. I know what some of you are going to say. Well, this must be twin flame. And that's a possibility. It's certainly a possibility. It's funny because the Fool is walking right towards the World card. It's walking right towards it. The completion. You know, going after what I want. Going after who I want. Beginning this journey. And I have to say, beginning the journey, even if there's fear. Because this is definitely a time, Libra, that I would walk through that fear. Because everything else, like everything seems to be like falling in place. And I feel the fear that is coming from the card is fear of prior heartache. So we're assuming the next person's going to do the same. but don't assume. Well, some of you might be hooking up with a Virgo. Some of you might be in competition with a Virgo. Yeah, some of you might be, it might feel like you're in competition with a Virgo. It's weird because I can feel like there's competition, but yet I don't feel that it's so much competition over love. You know, this could be over the house. Because I'm not feeling like you're fighting over a person. So it could certainly mean that you're, you know, it's like, yeah, it feels like, you know, it's over a home. So be careful that you're not holding, like if you see that house, boy, somebody else had the same message. If you see that house and you walk in and it feels right to you, then chances are you found home. Now, I say that, but I also want you to understand it doesn't mean that you don't have an inspector go in. You know, it doesn't mean that you don't. First of all, it's if you can afford it. Only purchase what you can afford. Don't go above it, even though I feel like you're going to be tempted. Because the perfect home is coming to you. And again, I feel like you may have to move on it quickly. So it's just like have that I feel like you already have a clear budget. You know, so just be careful you don't go over it because I can see the temptation being there. And, you know, it's like, again, I feel like you do have to move quickly on it because I do feel that there's going to be more than just you looking at that home. Or, let's say there are multiple offers. Yet, Libra, I feel like if you walk into this home and it's affordable to you and you feel it within your bones, you know, like you feel, I am home, then that is your home. Go for it. You know, like put down the deposit. Especially with this scenario, because with the page of air underneath it, you know, it could certainly be like, nope, I'm sorry, but, you know, someone else got the home. So if you have a real estate agent and you find that home, make sure you let them know how much you want that house. And let them know the highest you're willing to pay versus trying to undercut. Because I feel like if you undercut here, you lose the house. Okay, well, that was a weird message. Well, I don't know. I didn't even really ask a question. But we have the card Justice. Again, it could be Leo. But it could also be, well, you know, it's funny. I feel like it just popped up telling you well, I feel like it's popped up to tell you you'll get the home. You know, as long as you're proactive, you'll get the home. But I feel like even with this, it's saying, don't overspend. Don't overspend. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put a card on the High Priestess. And I know she wants us to be at peace. Like, I feel what she's saying is, this is a month to calm down. This is a month to think about fun. and get out of your head. I do feel the High Priestess is also helping you with the soulmate, the visions that you're having of the soulmate. I feel like the ones who are having the vision, I feel like you cannot see the face. You know what I mean? It's almost like you're seeing the shadow figure of this person. Yet at the same time, I feel like there is an opportunity almost to, it's like, work out issues spiritually through your dreams, through your visions. It's like, you know, it's almost like you're given a chance to work out whatever might be a block. And it's like you get the opportunity to deal with it through your dreams, through your visitations. That's a weird, visitations. Okay. 8 of Air. Well, 8 of Air is when we're afraid to take action. We're afraid to take action, and it's usually due to our own self-confidence. I feel like the answer to that is, because I feel like there is a little bit of, you know, a lack of self-confidence within this, but I feel like the answer to that is to start to see your originality. You know, it's like, start to see who you really are. Like, who are you on a soul level? And it's about allowing that to shine now. Because I feel like some of you have been pushing, you know, it's like you had to wear a false mask for whatever reason. And it's time to lift that mask. It's time to understand how beautiful, how handsome you are, how intelligent you are. And, you know, what a great catch you are. Oh, 8, 8, 8. So, you know, I can't help but think we're dealing with some Leos too. Some of you may know Leo, it may be from school or your work. That's so weird. I guess you call them lovebirds. I just had a pair of birds sitting on my windowsill. I don't know if you heard them on camera. It's like they were singing me a love song. I'll take it. So some of you have a Leo. You're dealing with either at college or, I mean, it could be high school, but I hope, I don't know. I don't know how old, you know, is a good age to start to row, but I kind of feel like you need to be an adult. You know, it's like your brain needs to be fully formed. You know what I mean? That sounded like a horrible insult. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that, young people. But what I mean is, you know, sometimes we have to have a little bit of experience to really understand the readings. You know what I mean? But anyway, so for some of you, I feel like there is a Leo or a fire sign that you work with. And you either have a crush on them or they have a crush on you. I feel like you have a crush on them, but you're afraid to take it further, or you're afraid to ask them out. But why? All they can say is no. Well, I get it, because then you have to work with them. But I do feel like they're ready to say yes to you. 2 waters. 2 waters. I mean, that's, you know, that's a positive, positive resolution of a conflict. It is a relationship that grows closer. So don't be afraid to ask them out. Him or her. Ask them out. I feel like this is a month for you guys to really go for it. Be bold, you know? Okay, so what I'm fearing, as soon as I said that, I felt like a wall of fear. So let's look at it a different way. So instead of asking them out on a date, I feel like if you put a little bit of action, you'll start dating. But the fear is really stopping you. So I'm just trying to think, you know, maybe you can get a group of work friends together and invite them. Invite this person too. Because I do feel like, it will grow. You know, we're starting at the 2, the beginning, but that's okay. Definitely at work. Okay, so I say go for it, Libra. Ask them out. Ask them to go, well, however you want to do it. I feel like they're waiting for you. So I guess it's 2 people who are afraid. Okay. Let's go to the 9 of Raphael. The Star and the High Priestess again. 2 major arcanas. So I believe the Star came out first. I love that the Star came on the 9 of Raphael. Because the Star is about knowing that you're on the right path. And that means a lot. Knowing that we're on the right path means a lot. We're able to handle challenges much better if we know, okay, we're meant to go through this challenge. I'm on my path. So this challenge set before me, it's just a hiccup. I can get through it. Could be an Aquarius. Could be Aquarius that some of you are interested in. And you may have had to wait for any movement with this Aquarius. But I feel like now it's like now this is moving also. 3 of Waters. Well, there's your celebration of love. You know, however it shows up. Wedding, graduation, babies. You know, it's a celebration. So you and Aquarius might be celebrating something. So this might be someone you've known for a little while. For some of you, I feel like you're in a relation. Well, I feel like you're married and it feels like water. Like you're married to a water sign or there's water in their chart. I do feel like there is water in their chart. And I feel like you are in the midst of, well, a breakup. And there's definitely children involved here. But I feel like everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. I definitely feel there is a need for you to have more fun. Like, get out there and just start having more fun. Well, the Nine of Air, yeah, that is, that's a card of expecting the worst. And when we expect the worst, sometimes we get the worst. Well, you're worried over your children. You're worried if this is going to affect the kids, this breakup. And I really don't feel like it is. I feel like, you know, I feel like they're going to be fine. I feel like you're just going to make sure of it. Okay, well, that took a different direction than I kind of expected. So we're going to do another card on there. I feel like there's more to the story. I'm sorry, there's way too many cards there. I mean, listen, Libra, y'all have the sun. That sun belongs to all of you. The energy of the sun. You know, that feeling of, you know, the energy that comes from it. And you know what I mean. You know, take a rainy day and a sunny day. Which one gives you more energy? I feel like you've been in the rainy days and now it's like the sun is coming out. Through the Queen of Air. Another card over. Ace of Air. Beautiful. So some of you have a brand new start with this Queen of Air. King or Queen. It's like it's like you have this new start with this Queen. So this is someone I feel like, well, it was someone from your past, but it doesn't feel like long ago. I kind of feel like this is not the first time you had a new start with this person. Yet at the same time, I do feel like, I feel like you both have lightened up a lot. Yeah, go, go, go. Like, I definitely feel like both your energies have lifted. Libra, it could be one of your own, but I feel like this person came back to you. So I feel like they made the initial attempt to come back again. Yet it feels different at the same time. You know, like it feels better this time. It feels like issues, you know, definitely, it feels like communication is cleared up. The issues have been heard and dealt with. Then you have the Chariot on that. So that's beautiful. Chariot is, you know, to me, the Chariot is us directing our lives now. You know, that's how I feel. It's like us, you know, being able to determine what we want to do next. Some of you, this could certainly be going into self-employment, you know, because it's that feeling of, I want to determine what I do next. And I definitely think you should go for it if that's, you know, if that's part of your dream, like your own business, because the energy's here for you. Now, some of you, this could be Cancer versus the Queen of Air, and the Queen of Air could just be talking about, you know, the Queen of Air is about clearing away the things that don't serve us any longer. You know, it's a feeling of independence because we're not, you know, it's like no longer being dependent on people who don't have our best interests at heart. So it's clearing all that away. And I feel that is where that new start comes in. So it could be for Cancer or the Queen. You know, but it's like you really communicated this time and worked out the issues. So you do have this new start. Again, I feel like they came to you. And with a Chariot, it's like, you know, you can take this anywhere you want. You know, you have the ability to take this to the Ten of Pentacles if you want. Or you have the ability not to. Okay, one more card on there. One more card. Hello. Knight of Waters. Beautiful. Knight of Waters is about falling in love. It's also about needing to balance our emotions. So again, I feel like for some of you, it's just tying right back. It's like the emotions have been balanced and we're falling back in love again. For some of you, it could just be this, the Cancer. And it's funny because I feel like for some with this Cancer, I feel like you're coming back together because, well, you saw each other again. You went to an event, and it just so happened they were there. This Knight, I feel like the Knight is the Cancer. And it's like they were there. And I feel like you had a great time. Like, a great time. Like, you did not want the night to end. And perhaps it did not end. Till the morning, that is. So beautiful. So this is about falling back in love. This is about, you know, renewing our love. Even if you're in a relationship, you know, this is about the possibility of really renewing that love, bringing it back to the forefront, making it the most important thing. Okay, one more card. Four of Earth. Four of Earth to me is about making sure that we have a very giving heart. You know, that not just that we have a giving heart, but we're also receiving. So it's like equally. Excuse me. I feel like this is also backing up for those who want to start their own business. It's like, you know, you're ready for it. Like, you're ready for it. You know, don't hold yourself back because, you know, don't be too cautious. You know, have the energy of the Chariot. Go forward, you know. Okay. I feel like your reading's kind of all over the place. I'm going to bring out this deck. We're going to clarify the bottom here. You know, I used to call these love readings, but I have to say, I hate to limit them to love because I want you to have the other messages too. I mean, I am holding back a little to try to concentrate on love, but I can see there's opportunity here for you guys. You know, like real opportunity to get creative. You know, get creative and that can be within your job, that can be within your home. But I feel like through your creativity, you can increase your finances. You know, they could be selling on eBay. They could be anything. Didn't really ask a question yet, so I'm not going to take that. Actually, I'm going to give it another. Okay, so we're going to do a card on the Page of Fire. We're going to do one on the Page of Air. And on the Sun. We have 2 extra cards, so we're going to take them. Let me make a little room for myself here. Put myself in a little box here. Well, with the Empress here, you know, some of you may be pregnant. Some of you may be finding out you're pregnant. But it's very good news. Very good news. Could be with a Leo. But nonetheless, whoever it's with, it's great news. Sorry, I'm just checking out the numbers on here on the board right now. We have a couple of 9s. So we're almost at completion. I feel like we've had a couple 3s here too. You know, so that can, I feel like that's the energy turning around for you guys, becoming much more pleasant. Not you guys becoming more pleasant, the energy around you. You're already pleasant. You're beautiful. You know that. I feel like some of you have to let a fire sign go. Well, you got to let them go because something new is coming in. I just feel like this is just a, well, not just a relationship, but this is, I feel like this is a dating relationship. You know, you're dating. I don't feel it's in, may not even be in the love stage. But I feel like, you know, there's been red flags and you see them, you know, you see them because I do feel like you're in a present moment. So you see them and it's just like, you know, it doesn't feel like a heavy energy. So it's just like, let it go. You know, that's what the Peace card is about. The Peace card is about releasing the past. But we're releasing the past because there's something much more enriching coming for us. So I do feel like that's what it's saying to you. Like, just let this fire sign go because, you know, I do feel like the fire sign is someone quite a bit younger than you. So maybe this was just like a fling kind of thing. Fling kind of thing. But, you know, it's not working. Or, well, I'm not even going to go into it much because you'll know who you are, okay? Because this fire sign is a lot younger than you, at least 10 years younger than you. And, you know, I feel like it may even just started out of fun, you know. Hey, you know, what the hell, I might as well go out with them. I got nothing else to do. But I feel like now's the time to cut that relationship because something better is coming along. Let's see. Yeah, 5 Michaels. Letting it go. The situation's no longer serving you. The Sun again. So, could be a Leo you gotta let go. Also could be a Leo coming in though. Let me just do a card just on Leo. Ace of Water. So yeah, it could definitely be a Leo coming in. So it's like you're letting go of one fire sign because another one's coming in. But I do feel like it is, a Leo coming in. I hate to say that. I feel like it's a Leo. I feel like it's got the qualities, this person has the qualities of a Leo. But it could be any fire sign. But I do feel, yeah, I kind of feel like it's a Leo coming in. So you're letting go of one fire sign, and there's a new one coming in. But this is the right one. 3 Michael. It's about releasing the past. You know, 3 Michael's the 3 Swords. Yeah, it's kind of weird the 3 Michael showed up because I don't feel like you're in heartache. I really don't. Maybe you're going to leave them in heartache. You know, maybe they care more for you than you care for them. Yeah, this could also be that there was 3 people involved in the relationship. Not even a relationship. I don't even want to say relationship. But I feel if there was, you know, if there was a third party, it was because of you. You know, and just simply that you were, you know what, it may be, okay, this is making more sense now. I feel like you're being asked to let go of this fire sign. For the new fire sign that's coming in. And I do kind of feel like you're going to leave the prior fire sign in some sadness. And I also feel that the third party is just you dating. You know, it's just you dating. But they were seeing it, and you know, and I feel like that might be why you want to leave. Why it's time to go, because I feel like they're starting to get controlling. You know, like they don't want you to see anybody else, but it's the way they're handling it with the 5 of Michaels. It's the way they're approaching you. You know, and it's just not sitting right with you. And it's time to let them go because, listen, and I feel like for some of you, this is like, you know, you don't even think you're ready for love. You know, it's like, I'm just having fun right now, but bam, you're going to fall in love. Beautiful. Leaving a fire sign for another fire sign. Well, and here's that 7 of Michaels, being at a crossroads. Which direction do I go? Which direction do I go? You go where your heart wants you to go. Go where your intuition tells you to go. Okay, I forgot these are clarifiers down here. So we have Epiphany on top of the Page of Air. And, you know, the Page of Air is kind of an impulsive energy. You know, it's a page. I feel for some of you, this page might be a child. Yeah, I feel like it's your child. Or it's someone that you love like a child. So this could be a niece, a nephew, a grandchild. And it's like you're hearing bad, I don't know, you're hearing bad things, you're hearing information that, well, you don't like. I feel like they're not standing up to their full potential. And you see this. I feel like you're going to kind of take them under your wing. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you are going to become like their mentor. Like, you're going to make sure they stay in the straight and narrow. Especially with the Empress beside it, because that's that nurturing energy. Maybe stepping over, you may be stepping on some toes, but I feel like you have to anyway. Perspective. You know, perspective is the hangman. And to me, like the hangman, you know, is, you know, he's hanging upside down. He could easily free himself, but what he's doing is he's staying in a state of collecting wisdom, you know, looking at things from all different ways, everyone's perspective. And through that, you gain wisdom. And I feel like you've already done this. You know, and this is now, and now you've made the decision to take action in a loving way. This is all in a loving way. I don't feel like you're taking over someone's child at all. I just feel like you see the need. You know you have the wisdom. Perhaps you've been down, like, you know, perhaps you've had some rough times yourself in childhood, and your perspective is going to help them. But nonetheless, it's very good. Like, I feel like you're a blessing in their life. So good for you. And then we have the Empress on the Sun. So, I mean, number one, again, the sun is for everyone, right? And the sun is connected to the happily ever after. So for some of you, I definitely feel this is you starting your family. It's like you're getting everything you want. Well, because it was your dream. And it just feels like it's meant to be a joyful time in your life now. Aries, Libra, I mean that for all of you. I feel like this is meant to be a really joyful time in your life. Real growth, you know, just like spring turning into summer, you know, going through the rain to get the beautiful flowers. And it's like, that's exactly what I feel like you're going to blossom this month. And not just this month. I feel like you're going to blossom through the summer. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope it made sense to you guys. And again, if it doesn't resonate, then perhaps it just wasn't meant for you this month, okay? You know, I just saw the Six of Gabriel sitting here. And again, I feel like, you know, Six of Gabriel is, it's knowing within yourself that what you do, you know, it's like everything you do it with a loving heart. You know, it's like you don't do things just out of spite. That's one of your best qualities. I mean, you have such a loving heart. And, you know, that's what I feel like. I feel like you're being rewarded for your beautiful heart. And like the love is coming in. Now, I'm going to say this one more time, and I think this is the last time I'm going to say this in a video. You know, if you leave a message below that you don't want love at all, listen, that's exactly what you're going to get. That's up to you. You know, I want you all to have love. I want all of us to be in the Ten of Raphael. But it has to come from your own energy, you know? Like, the reason you don't want love is because you're not letting go of the past. That's why you don't want love. It wasn't love that hurt you. It was that person. That person hurt you, not love. You don't want love, then it's like, what's the sense of living? You know, this is what we live for. Not just love for another person, but just loving everything. You know, loving life. So it's like, I want to just say, I just want to say, Libra, please don't allow the hurt of the past to affect you today, okay? You may still be sitting in a little bit of hurt, sorrow, but if you really see the reality of the situation, you understand that you also had a part in it. You know, that we're no angels either. So I feel like it's, you know, it's just being realistic. Be very realistic with yourself. It was the person who hurt you, not love. And many times when we keep ending up, you know, when I see a comment like, I don't ever want love again, well, to me, that means that there's a pattern that's repeating itself in your life. And you're not seeing that. And it's like, until you see it, you're doomed to keep repeating it. Well, in that case, I wouldn't want love either. You know, I mean, I had to learn that lesson. You know, I feel like we all do, but it feels like it's just going to be fine. So I know you want love, and I'm all for it. Okay, Libra, listen, I feel like the whole summer is going to be great for you guys. So, you know, love's going to be great. Opportunities are coming for you. New houses. Some of you are having a baby, and, you know, it's just going to be the joy of your life. Yeah. Your soulmate, you're having visions. I mean, it's a lot of clarity here. And I love that. I don't know if you guys, you know, the ones who follow the channel, I don't know if you've noticed how the cards are getting better and better and better. And that's because people are working out the energies. They're learning not to carry the past into the present. And the cards are reflecting that. It's been like growth every month. So congratulations, guys. Beautiful job. You know, you all deserve this 10 of Raphael, 10 of Cups. And listen, your dreams are becoming your reality. So dream big. All right, guys, I love you to death. Love you to death. And yes, my beautiful sister Tracy was part of the reading. I always invite her into your reading. You know that. I invite her into all readings, but definitely for Libra, because she's a Libra. And she gives me a lot of clarity. I love it. You know, it's my visit with my sister. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for putting up with me, I guess. All right. Hey, go out and seize the day. It's yours. Love you guys. Bye-bye.